All right, New York and Asia session trades. Um, all right, so in New York, I only took one trade, which was a gold buy. All right, so coming into the session, there was no signal day, but coming into the session, there was um, we were below the week breakout low, but above the previous day high. So when we're below the breakout low and above a previous high, we're in a counter trend breakout. So coming into the session in New York, the H8 was bullish and the H4 was bullish as well. So I thought that there might be a chance that this could shoot up. We were above the previous day high. So I did enter on the 5 minute after the previous H8 fake out at the low of the day. That's what I'm looking for. I always look for the H8 low, H8 fake outs or H4 fake outs. So I entered on the break of this. So my entry style, I always look for the last bearish breakout bar, and then I'm entering on the first bullish breakout bar that breaks that level, as well as breaks the fake out level. So I was looking for fake out of a previous H8 low. And so I was inside of that level. So I entered there. Stop loss was at the low of the day at the time. And these sort of trades, I don't have any sort of target because if it, I was aware that I was trading into the breakout low and the daily breakout low as well. Um, but if it had broken, I'm pretty sure that this would have shot upwards. So I don't know. I had no target. I was going to ride a breakout, but once it reached the day breakout level and the week breakout level, it just kind of got stuck there. And once it started to fake out and head down, I did take a little bit of partials, and my runners got taken out break even. I'm kind of kicking myself because I was waiting for this short for a couple of days now. Um, so there was a really nice short entry, a previous H8 high fake out to take it down. Um, so I was waiting for that for a couple of days, but did not get any entries the day before. Um, yeah, so unfortunately, we're above the previous day high. So that sort of threw me off a bit. So when we're above the previous day high, I'm bullish, and the H8 level was also bullish. So this threw me off. But at least I didn't take any loss. Missed the short, but even when I think about it, I don't think it would be an easy short for me because my style is I don't like to short when I'm above the previous day high, unless I get a fake out of the previous H8 high. Then when that happens, that becomes a breakout reversal setup. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to quickly change my bias like that. If I didn't take this trade up, for sure I would have taken this one. But yeah, that's just how it goes. So I missed that. New York session a bit tricky for me yesterday. US 30, the move for me happened before I trade the indices. So I wasn't able to get this. I'm looking for an entry right at the New York Stock Exchange open. So I did not get anything on US 30, although this was really nice move. I don't believe there was news yesterday. So when there's no news, usually I would look for earlier entries. But yeah, I just did not take that. NAS as well. Um, NAS was above the previous day high. So again, this one threw me off a little bit. Did not take anything on NAS, but they did. I always love to see when it does trigger my setup, which is a previous H8 high fake out to take it down. But this was a bit tricky being above the previous day high. It's not my style to want to short when it's like that. especially when the range is so small. So didn't get anything on NAS, didn't get anything on US 30, although there was some really nice short trades on that. Oil, I took oil in, I think it was in London or, sorry, this one, oil. I took oil in London, uh, take it down, took some partials on the way down, came back up. I was looking for a high of the day. I was looking for oil to break the high of the day to take it back down. Didn't do that. Just went slightly below and um, just dropped. So I wasn't able to get into oil as well. Although I knew that all these moves were coming, but I just didn't have any setup. Um, so yeah, only took the gold long in New York. That's it. There were some forex pairs. I was looking at CAD Swiss, but in the end, I didn't. I decided not to enter on this one. It wasn't the best. The rate. Uh, it was inside a range. So when there's a daily inside bar, the previous bar creates a range, and so usually I like to trade at these ranges. So I wasn't really convinced that this was going to continue down, so I didn't take that. Looks like it's headed to that today. Let's see what happens. Yeah, so that was it. I didn't only one trade. New York break even. Missed uh, a few, but that's how it goes. Okay, so today's Asia session. I look at Nikkei at 7. Um, so I took a long here at 7 Jakarta time. That's when the Tokyo market opens. Breakout day. So I was looking for a buy above this level. However, we are also, I believe, recently just faked out the previous month high, previous month low. So I've been looking to take some buys on this. So here is the month breakout level. We broke out of a previous month high, so this is a breakout high, and we just faked out of the month low. So when we are at a breakout high and we fake out the month low, this is now in a fake out retracement cycle on the monthly. So I would expect some movement to the upside. So I attempted that yesterday. Took some partials at the top. I took a breakout setup over here. Took a breakout setup. Took some partials at the top. Runners got taken out, and I tried it again today. So this time there was no entry in at 7 when the market opened. Once it triggered the previous day low, I started thinking about a breakout reversal. Right, we were at a daily breakout low, faked out the previous low. That's a breakout reversal setup for me. So I was thinking about that. Next 15 minutes closed above, um, and then we had a bias change above the day breakout level. It also faked out the previous H8 low, which is what I'm always looking for. So initially, I was looking for a long above here. There was no follow through, so it did not get triggered into that trade. Pushed back down, a couple fake out bars, and then faked out the H4 low and got back into the previous day low range and the H8 low fake out. Right, so we faked out the H8 low, came back down, came back up, and I entered when we entered back in. So um, yeah, so I timed it on the 5 minute, but I was looking to trade on the 15 minute. So my style is I look for the last breakout bar, and then so this is the last breakout bar, the bearish breakout bar. This tells me that the market is pushing down, so I'm looking for a bullish breakout bar to the upside to tell me that the market has changed direction. So we get that here, but we did not enter into the previous H4 low or the previous H8 low. The significance of that is that's the first sign that the higher time frames are pushing in the opposite direction, that they're reversing. So I need to wait for that. So I didn't enter here. I entered once price got back above the peak, right? So like if you're looking at the swing points, that's where I always like to take my trades. Um, you'll see on swing points, it will always fake out the previous highs and also take out the last bullish breakout level. In this case, the bullish breakout level, and that's when the market changes bias. Here's another example. Here's the last bullish breakout bar, and then you get a fake out of that previous high, and then once it takes out that bullish breakout bar, then market goes down. So I'm always looking to trade at swing points. It's a swing. It's impossible to have for a swing point not to take out that last breakout level. So whenever that happens, it's always something that I'm going to be looking for. That's a significance of why I enter in the same way. Uh, yeah. So entered there, took some partials at the high of the day. I think it was here at the time. So I took a bit of partials, aiming for the previous day high. Not sure if we'll get there, but I trade systematically, so I'm always aiming for those levels. Yeah, so let's see where this goes. Other pairs I was looking at, quite a few, not a lot of signal days for me today. None of them gave any entries for me. The closest one I think was NZD USD. So NZD USD was the signal day for me is a trend signal day. On a trend signal day, I'm looking for a trend retracement setup, which is a fake out of the previous high at the high of the day to take it down. Right. So I'm looking for a high of the day to take it down. This moved. This is when it happened, but this is before my session. It's even before Tokyo opened, so I wouldn't look at that. I enter at the start of the first H4 bar, which is 8 o'clock over here. Had no entry over here. Market went down, pushed back up, and over here it created a higher high at the high of the day. And I was looking for a fake out of the previous peak right here, and then I look for the M15, the last bullish M15 breakout bar, which is right here. So I got that entry as well. I mean, I got that criteria as well, but then I'm looking to get under the fake out levels as well. So remember, like once the previous higher time frame gets faked out, that's the first sign that the higher time frames will be pushing in the same direction. Never got that. I got one for the H4 high, but I was waiting for the H8 high since it was right here. If I entered, I could enter at a scalp here, but I would expect some sort of reaction over here, and it did react. So did not get any follow through on this, but I would have entered here if it did, and aimed partials at low of day, and take it all the way down previous day low. That was one, did not happen. And then gold, I think, was the other that I was waiting for as well. So gold, fake out day, going with the daily breakout level. That's my favorite signal day. This is essentially a pullback that's going with in the direction of the trend. So these days, I'm usually looking for a high of the day sell right down to the previous day low and targeting structure low. So this almost gave me an entry, but did not get down quite far enough. Hasn't triggered the H8 high, but it did trigger the H4 high. Right now, it just triggered the H8 high right now, but this is not in my session, so I will be waiting for London to possibly take this down. Not calling any signals, just what I'm seeing. I could see that the H8 high, H4 high, and H1 high has been triggered already. Right now it's bullish. Let's see how this reacts. Below the breakout low, I don't like how it created a range on the H4. Right, so on the H4, it's one of the H4 bars is an inside bar. I have three mechanical definitions of when price is in a range. One of them is when there's an inside bar, previous bar gets extended, and that becomes the range. It looks like there's a day range as well. Uh, yeah, so an inside bar, so we have a day range as well. So actually, this probably is not something that I'd be looking to trade yet, but something I'll be just keeping my eye on. I've said before, I don't do any analysis on my pairs until I'm, 15 minutes before my session. So I often will see these as it comes. Yeah. So that's it. One trade New York, one trade in Asia. Did not get anything else.